Hi everyone, this is Beck on neurodivination. Today we're going to do some tarot and channeling. Yesterday I was doing some tarot with some friends and this message came through, so I'm just going to read it. There's so much change going on in the world, but the best thing for us to do is stay grounded and centered and continue regulating our nervous systems to not feed into the energy of chaos and despair. And I think that's a good theme for today's reading. You could be extremely exhausted right now. You could be sleeping like a lot, like 12 hours a night I'm picking up. You could also feel like there's so many things that you want to do, but you haven't been able to do them because you've been so fatigued. And there is an acceptance of rest happening on a deeper layer than you have in the past. You're really sitting with the rest and knowing that it's really what your body is calling you to do right now. There's less of an energy of like, I have to do this, I have to do that, I should do this, I should do that, and more of coming into yourself energy, focusing on what you really need right now and what you want your life to look like this year. We're coming into this fire horse energy with the 2026, and you're being given, another creator said this, you're being given this time, I think it was Jadina, good old Jadina, you're giving this time to really sit with yourself and dream your biggest dreams. And that's really beautiful because to do that in the times that we're living in is an act of rebellion. I've been picking up a lot of rebel energy, and I think we're at the point where in this collective we're kind of fed up. We're kind of feeling sassy. Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps on my thigh from that. Like, we're just not willing to sacrifice our energy, our time for things and people and places that don't serve us anymore. And I've been getting so much about like moving, and I want to move so bad. But something else I recently received was that we are attracting miracles. We are in our Delulu era. Like, we are really having a lot of our manifestations. We're so close to them. But it's not going to be something where we just wake up and it's all changed. There's some step that needs to be taken. And it's a balance. There's, as you are clearing and sitting with yourself, journaling is super important right now. I just started journaling again. You'll get these insights and these clarities, and it'll kind of start pushing you in this right direction. The conversations will align, the synchronicities will unfold, and you'll start picking up on what small step can you do to really get the dominoes falling into place, the puzzle pieces in place, to get the momentum going, to create this ripple effect. What is this small step? What is this one thing that we can do? And it could be very insignificant. It could feel like something just everyday normal, and it completely shifts everything for you. It could also just be looking at your big dream and what you want, and what is something small and practical that you can do right now that will give you the essence of the bigger dream, give you the feeling of the bigger dream. Because the more that we align with that energy, the more that we go in that direction, the faster it's going to come in. And things that come up while you're doing these things, emotions, memories, wounds, you've gotten to a point where you're so good at naming them, love that. Naming them, releasing them, reparenting yourself, nurturing your inner child, nurturing all these parts of you, nurturing and integrating your shadow, that there's no need to fear what happens while you're growing, continuing to grow, while you step out of your comfort zone and experience these new experiences. You have all the tools that you need, and you know exactly what you're doing, and anything that you need to learn, you will learn. And there is a huge love energy as well. So you could have recently met someone and you can't even explain how well you guys fit into each other's lives, and you've experienced this before. You've experienced a lot of times where you go and meet people and they're, on your similar wavelength, and they revealed some things about you that you wanted to work on, but it didn't end up being a full-on like friendship or connection, but you just kept putting yourself out there and meeting new people, and you would just constantly in the back of your head be like, is this the person? Is this my person? Is this person? And for some of you, it's someone that has been in your orbit for a while. It is someone that you have been able to rely on, that you have been able to trust, and you're just going to receive like some kind of wake-up call about that connection. And it's really going to shift you. There's a lot of heart-opening space happening right now. Okay, so some of the cards that I have been getting lately, the star has just been coming up so much. I love this star card. It's so beautiful. And this is just for me pure faith right now. Like having faith in the universe, but also just a deep trust with yourself. And knowing that what you're doing doesn't make any sense to the people around you. I'm really talking to a collective who's in an environment, living with people that aren't in alignment with them, or in a city that doesn't match their frequency, or just a place where you had to go to grow, to heal, to learn, but you've surpassed the teacher. You have become the teacher. And not to say that we're always learning, but this stage of life you have graduated from is pretty much what I'm getting. And it really has helped you with your faith, because even if things feel the same right now, you feel all the changes happening around you. And you're gonna receive something that really lets you know that, yes, that is the direction I want to go in. And it's not gonna be like your typical, oh, this could make me money. You're out of that mindset. Like, you want to welcome abundance, but you want it to be in alignment with you. You've been blocked from receiving things that are, I've been picking this up a lot lately too from other creators as well, is this fool's gold. You don't want to build something that isn't authentic, that doesn't have a strong foundation. So you're really stepping into your faith right now, because that is literally all you want. This journey has shown you that things that aren't in alignment with you, that don't align with your values, that make you feel small, that push you down and cause you to go back into some like things that made you feel like you were regressing, it did help you heal those wounds, but that's not the life that you want. You want a life of ease and peace, and whatever leads you to that is what you want to do. So the star has just been so prominent right now. This has been coming out like crazy. I'm also getting with a 9 of Swords that you are really at the end of this cycle of ruminating on things, overthinking, worrying about stuff, worrying about what other people think. You're really breaking out of these like right now. Like, you've been doing it for a while, but I'm getting a sense that there's like a real breakthrough coming in when it comes to some of your mental thinking patterns. I also got the King of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And what I'm getting with the Three of Pentacles in reverse is that there's a lot of energies around you that they don't align with what you're envisioning. And it's almost like you're in two worlds. You got one foot in one and one foot in the other. And you can see the value in following life the way that you used to and the way that the people around you are. But you really see the value in stepping into something new. And I think there's just like a decision that needs to be made here officially. Just basically creating a new verbal contract with the universe that I am in alignment with my purpose, and I choose with my own free will to pick things and make decisions based off of my purpose, which at the end of the day, the purpose for so many light workers here on earth right now is to just be our authentic selves. That is creating a ripple effect like no other. There is no changing the people at the top. We have to accept that there's no one's going to wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden have a conscience. No one's going to wake up tomorrow and just have a huge ego death and be love and light up at the top. But at the bottom, if we just continue spreading that, like helping people through things, telling people channeled messages when we receive them. I'm really working on that. How to approach people, how to word it in a way that resonates with them, and meeting them where they are at. That is shifting the world, because when you're in a certain vibration and you help someone get even just a little bit higher out of their situation, out of the despair, the dark depths that they're in, every lift is collectively lifting our consciousness, our one consciousness. So you're really making a decision about going for your vision of what you want your life to look like. And that is why we're in this time of stillness and quiet, because it's all working together. Some days you're going to just want to hang out in bed and journal and cry and stretch, and other days you're going to be able to go out and interact with people. And it's really like this presence, this deep presence. There's some future plans being made. You're visualizing them and then coming up with smaller steps to get there. And those are plans that you're making. But your calendar isn't really full right now, because for the most part, you're going day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. What is in alignment with me right now? What can I release? What fun can I have? Fun has been coming through a lot. There's a need for fun and joy in this collective. Like, it has been a while since you have felt joy, pure joy, and given yourself permission to feel that joy. With the King of Pentacles, I'm getting someone who's becoming more comfortable with being in this reality, with being a part of society, with being seen as someone who is a leader, is a mentor, is a spiritual being who has wisdom for people. You've done the ego deaths, and you're stepping into a space where we all need our egos, so you have that confidence and self-assurance and not so many worries and fears, and you're really learning to step into your power. It's a big time of stepping into your power. And then I also got the Eight of Pentacles. This next step, this very soon next step, is really going to clarify a skill for you. And you've been honing this skill for a long time, but it's really going to show that this is something I'm very good at. And that might spark an idea that you haven't expected at all. I'm really picking up on that. Okay, just to end the reading, I'm going to do a flower meaning card. I just have these cards that when my mom was a florist, they had decks of cards, and I wrote some flower meanings on the sides. It already has like its own in the middle. So I enjoy bringing these out from time to time. I also have a timing one as well, so I might pull one from there also. Okay, we got this snowdrop, which is interesting because that's a January flower. I'm a Capricorn, so that's one of my birth flowers. And it says overcoming obstacles, hope, compassion, rebirth, and consolation. And I can't really remember what consolation means right now, but like consoling someone. Oh, that's interesting actually. I am picking that up pretty heavily. There may be a person in your life that genuinely needs you, and you need them, and there's this deep bond happening, and it's really helping you just settle in this rebirth, this overcoming any obstacles. You can do this because you've been doing so much work. This is going back to the love stuff. You've been doing so much work on yourself that it's time. It's time for you to have someone who can really, I keep getting like fill in the gaps for you, and then you fill in the gaps for them. It's this balanced, beautiful thing. Someone you can really be yourself around. Someone who you can really bounce off your ideas. Someone who doesn't judge you for being in process, and then you can really hash things out with them. Yeah, that is beautiful. I love that. Okay, I'm going to get a timing card just to see what we're looking at for, like, when we can expect this step. Okay, cool. That came out right away. All right. Yeah, that's pretty. So this is the Joker card, which is funny. So I made that the Fool. So I wrote the Fool, not specific, you know what to do, undetermined, spring to fall, which we're getting to springtime, and this is the Begonia, Dark Thoughts. So that's really interesting. I like the shadow aspects to this, and I think part of your shadow is actually like wanting more for yourself. Like you've hidden that part away because you thought that wasn't possible, but now you're really seeing how possible that is. So this is just going to happen when it happens. It's not specific. You're going to know when to take the leap. You're going to know what to do. You have got this. You know exactly what you need to do. You know exactly what you need to do. And I'm very excited for you. All right, I think that's all I have today for you guys. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. And if you're interested in receiving neurodivergent spiritual coaching to help you on your journey, as well as any tarot readings or healing energies, you can check out the description below. All right, thanks again. Love you guys. Bye.